right now. The first person that we're going to be reading for right now. Oh, we got 50K. Yay. Thank you guys. All right. So we're going to start we're going to do our 50K giveaway. And then we're going to get started. We're going to get started on the personal readings. So before we begin, I am thinking of a number right now between, and also if there's anyone on the hold list who would like to be added back on the list, please let me know sooner rather than later to get your spot on the list. I am thinking of a number right now between 1 and 29. First person I see that posts a number will get the reading. First person I see, not the first person that posts it. Sometimes I see things in a different order than you guys post them. Grace, congratulations, you got the reading. Hooray! We'll do that again when we get to 100K. See that, Grace? Aren't you glad you stuck around? Congratulations, dear. All right, let's get to it. If anybody else wants to get on the list right now, you will be the 6th person read for. 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers, Binks and Mylayo. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. We do life path, highest priority messages from spirit, angelic guidance, pet readings, animal spirit guide readings, mediumship readings, love readings, dream interpretations, guided messages, mind, body, spirit readings. All right, let's get to it. First person on the list for today. She did. Well, it was funny because I said, I just remembered that. I said, or to win the 50K. And I thought she wrote, and to win the 50K, which I was like, that was bold of you. And then she went ahead and won it. That's wild. Oh my God, she wasn't wrong. Neither was I. All right, let's continue right now. The first person we're reading for today is Ava. Ava, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question. And before we begin, let's continue to warm up those intuition muscles with an intuition check. I've got our animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 'Twas the crane. Thank you guys so much for participating. We will do that again after the next reading. Ava, oh, the number was 19, Bridget. All right. Oh, thank you for letting me know where it is, Ava. Just a reminder, if you have, hold on a minute, I need to turn the light back on. If you have information that is relevant for today's reading, for instance, if you have a dream that you would like interpreted, or if you have hold on a minute, that's not working. If you have a dream that you would like interpreted, or if you have a past life that you would like more information on, you can include that information in the notes when you send the donation. I'm like a disembodied voice right now. Or you can post it in our subscriber-only Discord channel in the appropriate channels. I've got a card for you, Ava. So this one's yours. We're going to keep that here. It's on the ground. All right. Outside tea. Thank you for letting me know, dear. Just bear with me a moment as I pull up your question. And just a reminder, friends, we will be doing another giveaway when we get to 100K likes. We're already at 50.1, so make sure you're tapping that screen. And we will get to 100K in no time. All right. Hold on a minute. This is just, oh my goodness. Just bear with me a minute. Okay. There we go. All right. I got you up here. Ava. And you said this is outside tea, dear? All right. What do we got? My question is connected to the collective read. Growing up in the past, relationships, people often ignored my needs and tried to lower my standards. I think I became hyper independent and struggled to articulate my needs to others. I was wondering if there's a connection to a past life and how can I resolve it in this one? I got you. I mean, the fact that the moon card was on the ground would say absolutely. So before we even start this, Like we're already getting confirmation on this reading. So there's that. Can I please get 5 cards for Ava? Further clarification, highest priority messages from Spirit, please. What's going on with that? Oh, what's going on with that? Okay. Those were like, they were like so stuck together. It's karmic. Oh, okay, a lot of cards coming out. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So I gotta stress this. And I gotta work you through something to help you understand what I'm seeing here. Okay. When we're going through something energetically karmic with another person, um, and especially I feel like everything I keep on seeing in relationality to the past life is I feel like and I think that we've read upon this before, but I keep on seeing a karmic situation in a past life where some I keep on hearing like it's giving me a lot of poor thing energy, right? Like it's giving me a lot of some kind of context where another person kept on saying, "You poor thing, what would you do without me?" You know? Like it almost feels like it feels like the energetic shape of someone trying to constantly articulate that and I feel like I've read for you on this in the space of saying that you had like some kind of energetic gift, but like even in the space of like navigating a gift, like I keep on hearing like it almost feels like someone tried to tell you that your energetic gift was dangerous is what's wild about what I'm reading upon. Like I keep on seeing some kind of context by which another person kept on saying, "You have a gift and you have to put a lid on it," is what I keep on seeing. You've got a gift and that's why you have to have a lid on it. I'm your lid. What would you do without me? Right? The space by which it almost feels um like it really does feel like somebody who was trying to articulate that you like it's giving me the weird space of someone saying like dangerous and protected is what I keep on getting. Like that is the weird vibe that I'm getting in relationality to you in a past life. Dangerous and protected, which is, and I keep on seeing that it's very interesting. I keep on hearing it's very interesting that when you can articulate to someone that they're energetically dangerous, then you can energetically secure them, is what I keep on seeing. You know what I mean? Like it's giving me that type of energy. But what I'm seeing in, even now in relationality to the present context is, and I think that it's interesting because I'm identifying that a lot of I keep on seeing the space by which you are growing up in this context. And I keep on seeing being energetically, you said you feel like you had those who felt like they were ignoring your needs or trying to get you to lower your standards. I feel like a lot of that is showing how far you've come in relationality to the past life to this one. Because I see that even now, like that is what is almost saying to me, you picked up exactly where you left off in the past life. But the significant difference in this one is you didn't believe the hype, is what I keep on seeing. right? Like I almost see the fact that you had a breakthrough in this life that you never had in the past life. Because and I keep on hearing that there was something about the past life where I keep on hearing inclinations. I keep on hearing like I keep on hearing like inclinations. You know what I mean? Like there were like I almost keep on hearing like you managed to like you had I keep on hearing you had some kind of I keep on hearing I keep on hearing the word unbridled. And I need to point out what's interesting about the word unbridled is unbridled does not mean wild. I need to stress this. There's something about you being very, I almost see like there's something about you being very, 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 very much in the space of being energetically controlling, or in the space of like working through control, but also like understanding the difference between unbridled. And I keep on hearing you don't need a bridle if you're in energetic control, right? It's not about being unbridled, but it's like you only need a bridle if another person is trying to move you in the directionality of something. So that's what I keep on seeing, that I would not be surprised if you were going through some kind of experiences when you first arrived here with others trying to say that you were too wild, right? Or others like seeing you like almost getting you into a space where you were like throwing, like I keep on hearing like throwing an energetic tantrum to try to articulate something that you needed, and another person going, you poor thing, you're out of control, right? And I keep on hearing it's not out of control if there's a standard that you're demanding that others maintain. And I keep on seeing the fact that you've already kind of excelled beyond the lesson that you were working from in the past life, because you recognize that very quickly in this one. I keep on hearing you were like, it's giving me a little bit of like this, like, don't even think about it energy, which is the space of you kind of having to work through something. And like I almost feel like the past life was helping you in that context of them being like almost trying to move you in accordance with what where you were when you were healing from, because you have to understand karmic lessons, we continue the energetic lessons. You picked up where you left off, but this time you were like, you know what you could do? I keep on hearing, you know what you can do? Like, you know what you can do with that? This is what you can do with it, is what I keep on seeing. You know, the space by which you articulated to another. And I think it took you some time. And I feel like I keep on hearing like your siren, like your song is there's nothing wrong with me. You know, I see you almost having to say to someone, there's nothing wrong if you were just trying, I keep on hearing, if you were trying to get loud, loud is demanding when there's a demand and there's a fixed point of need behind the energetic demand, right? And that's the difference between someone being uncontrolled, right, versus someone demanding that somebody listen to their energetic needs. You know, it's giving me a lot of that type of work that you've had to do. So yeah, I mean, I definitely see, and I almost feel, you know, I feel like there was something about you having to go through that earlier on and moving out of it. I would not be surprised if you're not in the space where now you try to help others through situations like that. Like this, the space by which you understand. I keep on hearing the space by which you understand that one is only uncontrollable if you're being energetically demanding in a space where your needs are not being energetically met, is what I keep on hearing. Bottom of the deck on this reading. Yeah, and you know what's interesting about that is, you know, it's interesting too, because it feels to me, and I think that there's something really intriguing about this. I'm getting here that that circumstance or situation allowed you to be energetically prepared to meet an energetic karmic in the present context that was trying to move in the same way. Like it's almost saying to me like the space by which, and I keep on hearing, like I keep on getting like this, I keep on hearing somebody say this was over before it even began. I can't get anywhere with you. Why are you being so energetically difficult? I keep on hearing someone say you ruined this before it could even have a chance to start. But this is why. Is what I keep on hearing. If there's some kind of relationship that you're moving away from and someone is articulating to you and saying, congratulations, you ruined it before it even began, again, it begs the question, what were you energetically expecting? Right? Because I just keep on seeing that like I keep on seeing like the space by which like I keep on hearing like like I keep on hearing love does not demand complacency is what I keep on seeing. Love is not a place where we're energetically complicit, which is the space by which one says, I thought if you cared about me, you would do anything. And I almost see you having gone through the work of understanding and recognizing early on that says the proper answer to that, which is to say, if you cared about me, you would never put me in that position in the first place. Love, we do not, I keep on hearing, we do not make, I feel like a big lesson that was coming through that you had to go through, particularly early on, is we don't make unreasonable demands on each other and then articulate that the reason is love. That's not love. We don't make unreasonable demands on each other and then try to frame it and saying, well, if you really loved me, you wouldn't think that that's ridiculous. You just go ahead and do it without, I keep on hearing, without any, like without any consideration. I almost keep on hearing you having to go through that space of saying to another person, that's not love, that's complacency. That's not love, that's complacency. And I keep on seeing, and I literally, I see some kind of energetic karmic connection. I keep on hearing like you met this energy and it was over before it began. I would not be surprised if someone kept on saying, you know, I'm so upset because you didn't even give me a chance. Like, yeah, this is why you didn't give them a chance. This is why you didn't give them a chance. It's like, did you not give them a chance or did you see the signs? Is what I keep on hearing. I got a guy see like here saying, like, I see somebody being like, you know, I keep on hearing someone say, like, I never stood a chance with you. And another person saying, never stood a chance, or you could see the signs, is what I keep on hearing. Never gave you a chance, or you could see the signs, is what I keep on seeing. Right? When someone says you're impossible, being like, if I'm impossible, what are you expecting? Like put work, like to explain, like walk me through it, is what I keep on seeing. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Ava. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. Absolutely, Kay. Just bear with me a moment. Okay. And let me just read over the comments that came through as I was reading. Oh, thank you. And thank you as well, Greg. And thank you to those who are joining us over on the place where we keep the videos. If you'd like to be on the list today as well, you can do so on the place where we keep, you can find it in the tree that's links in it in my bio. And Josie, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. It is wild. I saw it coming through, but they were the first one to say it that I saw on my side. Thank you again for the compliment, Josie. And thank you, Per. Yeah, that past life came through a few times, is what I keep on seeing. I like, and I keep on hearing like there's something energetically about the time. You know what I mean? Like the time by which one was experiencing something. I get it. Is I keep on hearing like it was working like there. I keep on hearing the word hysteria around some things. Is what I keep on hearing. Yep. And Hardy, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. Yeah, it is, but I keep on hearing like it is wild child energy, but I keep on hearing it's not wild child. Like wild child is someone doing something uncontrolled. Is like uncontrolled is not the same as undirected. Like I keep on hearing like I almost feel like I see a situation where you kept like I keep on hearing you like demanding on something like this, like pounding on a table, being like, the service here is terrible. Like that's the situation. You can't look at, I keep on seeing like I keep on getting this like this space of you being like growing, like working in some space, and you're like pounding on the table going, the service here is terrible. And someone being like, are you okay? You know what I mean? Like, well, are you okay? Being like, no. Like it's that type of energy. I still struggle to articulate my needs because it sometimes feels like there's no point. But this is what I keep on hearing. You heal, right? And this is what I keep on, and that's why they're showing me like pounding on the table, which is we heal from those situations when we're in a space and we're pounding on the table and we're saying the service here is terrible, right? The solution is not to figure out what we need to be doing better. It's going to a different table is what I keep on seeing. Like, and that's what effectively, I feel like that's what you had to effectively learn, right? The observation that potentially you weren't doing something wrong, but being able to recognize and identify what another person was effectively offering you and how they were making you feel when they weren't offering you something that was up to your own energetic standard. Yeah, thank you for confirmation, Ava. Would I be able? Yep, and I got you, Kay. Okay. So this is working in the space of legal. So again, I don't do legal, but what I can do is I can give you some energy and relationality to how to approach that decision. Because remember, we never put our autonomy in the cards and relationality to what we're doing, Kay. So I hope that helps. So what could be the best energy to bring towards a situation about navigating that question? I feel like I keep on seeing, I feel like there's something to be said about, I feel like that this is kind of the space of getting outside opinion. You know what I mean? Like I keep on hearing the observation of making that determination or decision is one. I keep on hearing be comprehensive in finding the solution to that question, which is potentially going to others who might have, I keep on hearing who might have energetic expertise in that area and articulating in relationality to what occurred to see if something happened that was energetically reasonable or if there was something that happened that was not supposed to. Bottom of the deck on this reading, yeah, especially in relationality to Six of Cups in its reversal is what I keep on seeing, right? And I keep on hearing cast a wide net is what I'm identifying, which says I keep on hearing like cast a wide net, which means don't like look around, ask a lot of questions, see what some kind of energetic consensus is to help fortify your own energetic decision. Thank you so much, dear, and sending you support. And thank you for asking that. Thank you for all of your help today. And guys, please hold on a minute. I want to pin up Ava here. Guys, I'm pinning up Ava. Make sure to give Ava some love. And also, guys, make sure to give Kay Megan some love. Thank you for all of your help today as mod. We are going to continue right now. The next person on the list for today is Emily. Emily, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And if anybody else wants to get on the list for today, you will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th person read for. All right. And just a reminder, if anybody else would like to get on the list today, you will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th person read for. We do life path, highest priority messages from spirit, past life, angelic guidance, pet readings, animal spirit guide readings, mediumship readings, love, dream interpretations, and guided messages. All right, before we continue, let's do an intuition check. Thank you, Emily, for confirming you're here. I've got our animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the bear. I'm going to say bull. I said bear. We got the bear. I saw Kay write bull and I just said bull instead of bear. We got the bear. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much for participating. We'll do that. We'll do that after the next reading. All right, let's continue right now. You did trick me. I saw a bee and I panicked. All right, we are reading right now. I feel like there's something relevant. I feel like there's something relevant in relation to Emily's meaning. What's going on, Emily? What's going on? What's this tongue tying I'm seeing here? What's going on? Let's get to the bottom of it. Where'd my cards go? What's going on, Emily? Can I get 3 cards, please? 3 cards, please. Interesting. What's going on here? Why am I getting a little of this? Like, I didn't say that. You must have misheard me. You have a great day, Kay. And guys, I pinned up Emily there. Make sure to give Emily some love. Don't let someone question what you like. You know what? What's going on with this? Mm-mm. I don't, is this the type of like, some, you ever meet that type of person and you literally come out of a conversation with them and you have to like keep a log, is what I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like, you ever have a relation, you have to keep a log and be like, no, like, I wrote it down. I got it. I know I wrote it right here. Nope. On this date, on this date, on this date, we had this conversation and you said, and I quote, and no, those are exactly the words I know because I wrote them down, right? Because I keep on hearing, it's important. We take ownership. I can't tell, I see a situation, um, I can see a situation, there it's like, is this, I keep on saying, is there like a, is this an intentionally slippery fish or is it a non-intentional slippery fish is what I'm getting, you know? Um, I do feel like, I keep on getting, here's the thing about it. The way you can calibrate for this, I already got the solution to this, okay? When you're having a conversation with someone and there's some kind of energy, because I see somebody, like, do they got Gemini placements? It's very fast. Like, I've got someone whose mouth can't keep up with their mind, is what I keep on seeing. Like, they've got a bit of a gift of gab here. And it's not necessarily like, and here's the thing about it. Like, I don't think it's intentional, is what I'm seeing. Like, I see somebody who's like mind fires very rapidly. And sometimes like I see somebody who's got like a mile a minute kind of mind. And so I don't feel like someone here is trying to be intentionally obtuse, is what I'm getting. Because I've got here, um like the space by which someone articulates upon something, and then and I can see you being like, like, they're like, the gift of gab is when your tongue has a hard time catching up with your mind, which is like they're saying things faster than the mind is connecting to them. But there's something, the way that you're going to be able to articulate and heal upon this is, and that's why I asked if they have some Gemini placements, because I often read energy like this when there are Gemini placements at play. Like, there's a lot of that rapidness that I sometimes pick up energetically. Or I'd be curious if their Mercury was in Gemini. But you gotta, it's like I keep on hearing reminders, 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 which is the space by which you articulate to someone. And as soon as you say it, you say, can you please repeat back to me what I said? That's how you fix it. That's how you fix it, right? If there's an issue in this way, then the way you have to fix it. And again, this is why you don't get in an argument, right? Don't get in an argument afterwards between someone saying, I thought you meant this. Say something if there's something important that you're articulating to them. Say it once and then say to them, okay, you got it? You got it. Good. What did I just say to you? What did I just say to you? right? And if that in that moment, if they draw a blank, if they draw a blank, if they draw a blank, it's the difference. Like, and again, it's requiring them. It's like working on the context of helping them pay attention to something that's important, right? Because I don't see somebody who's intentionally meaning to do this. I actually see someone who's quite brilliant, but often, like when there's like I need to point this out. When we're energetically brilliant, it's amazing. Aquarians can be like this too. When you're energetically brilliant, sometimes like the minutia, like the minutia of energy, the minutia of things, like it goes right past the radar, out the door, through the window, around the block 4 times, and then you're like, "Where's that thing I asked you to do?" And they're like, "You know what I mean?" Like I'm getting that type of energy. So I feel like it's helping them. I keep on hearing helping them prioritize what you energetically need them to prioritize in order for something to get easier. And I feel like a lot of it potentially has to do in relationality to holding and maintaining plans, is what I'm getting, you know? Like, I feel like there's a little bit of something happening between you and another person with someone like bringing something to you at the last minute. And so you might even want to talk to someone about like creating a shared calendar, is what I keep on seeing, you know? Like I keep on and I keep on seeing like the ability of understanding that we need time to energetically prepare for things is what I keep on seeing. Um, I feel like I see somebody who like I see someone I almost feel like I see you having to say to another person that, we like preparation allows for the context of things to get done or to be able to energetically prepare for something. And I see you almost in a space where um is this somebody who's like inviting people over without without telling you, or just like this kind of like surprise energy is what I keep on seeing. Like I feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had as it relates to clarity and prioritization point of plans, which is I keep on hearing, and I feel like and this is the recognition point too, and I keep on hearing something like this. Um, if we make plans with someone, it's restorative to know what's going to energetically happen in that moment. And that's what I keep on seeing in relationality to like I almost see like a situation of you like going either over to someone's house and there's people there, or arriving somewhere and like something happening that's completely different than you expected. I keep on hearing that the gift we give to each other when we're in a healthy relationship is we promise to only surprise each other in the best way possible, is what I keep on hearing, which is the space by which we give each other a heads up in terms of what we know we can expect, so that we don't feel I keep on hearing, so that we don't feel thrown in the moment in relationality to like a sudden energetic change of plans. So, and I keep on hearing something too about working through the space of understanding. I keep on hearing when we prioritize time with each other and the plans change, it is respectful to articulate that and ask if another person is okay with it. Because I keep on saying, I almost feel like these are situations where you would say, absolutely. Like, I almost see situations you'd be like, there would never be a context by which you wouldn't say it's fine. But the context by which another person assuming that you'll be fine with something can sometimes feel like it creates a wound because it's not feeling like one is being taken into consideration in the moment that something is changing. So make sure that you're having conversations with someone in that way, like helping them. And I keep on hearing it's not too much to ask to be considered when plans change. And I keep on hearing that's not about asking for permission. It's about the courtesy that we give those we care about. And I feel like those are the words that you need to, like, I see circled. It's not about asking for permission. It's about having courtesy for the energy that we care about. And so when we ask if someone is comfortable with something, what we're really saying is, I'm extending courtesy to you in relationality to letting you know I care about your feelings. I'm not just doing something regardless or irrespective of the fact that you may have feelings about them. Bottom of the deck on this reading, I feel like somebody's going through some kind of inner child wound with you, right? And I keep on hearing, never are we working through a mother wound than when we say, nobody tells me what to do. Never are we working through a parent wound more than when we articulate, nobody tells me what to do. I gotta tell you, in a healthy relationship, that's all we do. Healthy relationship is literally being the context of a healthy relationship is the gift of someone telling each other what they're going to do at every moment. Being able to make mutual agreement on what we're going to do isn't telling each other what to do or asking for permission. It is the maturation point in being able to make energetic decisions together. And that's why healthy relationships are not fortified by articulating to another person and saying, change of plans. No, we're not doing that anymore, right? It's not a space by one person or another calling the shots. Because when you're creating the space of one person or another calling the shots, it's not a balanced partnership because one person is making all the decisions and the other person is perpetually having to recalibrate what they expected versus what they're energetically finding. So make sure that you're having conversations with them in relationality to what it means to be in a balanced partnership. And if this is someone who's trying to say some way, shape, or form, nobody tells me what to do, being like, I'm not telling you what to do because only parents tell us what to do. When we're in healthy relationship, we make decisions together. That's partnership. That's why it's called partnership, right? It's not about what to do. It's like a job. It's not like a parent-child relationship. It's a job. And just like in a job, you wouldn't just, and again, if someone does something if they're very job-centric, bring up jobs and say, you wouldn't be on a job and say, I'm going to do this now, and then expect everyone else to just scramble and catch up with you. It's a space by which you say, I think this is the best way to approach something. And then you get agreement before you energetically proceed upon something. So I keep on hearing, don't let someone tell you that it's oversensitive to ask for that, especially if it's something, I keep on hearing, if it's something that they would immediately, if it's something that they wouldn't do to a friend, then you should never energetically do it to a partner, is what I keep on hearing. If it's the same exact, if it's the same exact courtesy that you would extend to a friend, it's not too much to ask in an energetic partner. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Emily. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. You will be the 1, 2, 3, fourth person read for 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers, being some my Lio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. Next person on the list for today is Trevor. And as Trevor, hold on a minute. I'm just going to take a moment to read over the comments that came through as I was reading. Also, friends, we are at 53.5K likes. When we get to 100K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 100K in no time. You have a beautiful day, K. Megan. Yes, thank you. There's definitely a communication issue. And I hope these messages help you like smooth through them in a productive way. All right, second call right now for Trevor. As we wait for Trevor to post their question, I'm going to do an intuition check. I've got our animal spirit guide card here. We're going to count back from 10. And when I get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was the bull. Thank you guys so much for participating. We'll do that again after the next reading. Also, if you're joining us across the other apps and would like to get on the list, you can do so via my tree that has Binks in it in my Lio. All right. I've got you there. Good to see you, Trevor. Let me just pin you up here. Where'd you go? All right, guys, make sure to give Trevor some love. Why can't I pin you? That's weird. Okay, I'll pin you in a moment, Trevor. Okay. Oh, I think I can pin you now. I see what's happening. Okay. General, whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever comes through, as per usual. I got you, dear. All right. And 3 cards, please. Don't stress on uncontrollable things. There are so many things that you could be stressing on. Why are you stressing on things you can't control? That I feel like there's something important to recognize, which is when we feel stress on things that we can't control, we should embrace, right? That's what we need to embrace, is what I keep on seeing, right? Because when something is uncontrollable, the way that we heal from it is just embracing it instead of being energetically afraid of it, is what I keep on hearing, right? Which is the space by which you I feel like there's and I feel like it's heavy work right now. You know what I mean? Um I feel like I feel like I keep on seeing like a lot of I keep on and I want to give you I'm being called to give you um a story, an apocryphal story that um my mother used to tell me about Saint Anthony. It's a very Italian story. But in the story, the way that the story goes is that and this is why it's apocryphal. Saint Anthony is playing pool with a bunch of people in a pool room, and the joke goes around the pool table, and the space is if we found out the world was going to end in 5 minutes, what would you be doing? What would you do right now? And one person said, I would go run and I would hug my mother and tell them that I cared about them. And another person said, I would go find that woman that I've always loved, but I never admitted that I loved, and I would tell them that I love them. And so everybody went around the table, and then they said to St. Anthony, what would you do if you found out that the world was ending in 5 minutes? And St. Anthony looked at them and said, I would finish this pool game. When we're in a space and we're doing the work, and I think you even articulated in the comments, right? When we're doing the work becomes energetically unconditional of the outcome. When we put our heart to things, when we put our heart to the things that we care about, the most important vibration that we maintain is the space by which, regardless of the circumstances, we understand and recognize the value and the power of the things that we're putting our energetic efforts towards. And I feel like that is kind of the message that comes through in that story. And I still love that story. It's one of my favorite stories that she ever gave me, because that understanding of that is how we find peace through difficult situations, right? The ability to look at something and say, regardless of what is occurring, I feel very comfortable and confident embodying the work that I'm doing and putting my full force of intention towards it. That's what helps us move through even the most frustrating situations. Even the ones that feel like it's the most dire of times or the most dire of circumstances. It doesn't change the work. In fact, sometimes the ability to stay firm within it is what allows us to be able to energetically move through something. So I want you to trust your own spiritual reliability. And again, and that's what I mean about embracing the uncontrollable nature of circumstances. Because the question you need to have or ask yourself right now is not what is going to happen or what could happen, but does that predicate upon you doing something differently? And if it doesn't, then allow yourself to continue to proceed. And I keep on seeing unimpeded is not mindful, right? Sometimes it is working towards the fact that in the moment that we do that, we become energetically exceptional because it's recognizing and understanding our force of intention is not one that can be moved because it's articulating upon what becomes even more important, right? And I want you to kind of think about that. And I feel like again, it's working through that story right now, and also remembering that when things are dark, it's an honor to be a flashlight. That is the gift that we give each other, right? It's the ability to effectively not work in the context of experiencing the anxiety of those around us, but trying to do everything we energetically can to support one another along the way. So I want you, I feel like I see some situations of working through others' unreliability, you know? And I keep on seeing you can have empathy, and I keep on hearing your empathy can extend, but only beyond the context of not being framed by another's choices. You don't have to have, I keep wondering, you don't need to have, you can have empathy and still be compassionate in working through your own disappointment in relationality to another's choice, which is the space by which we inhabit, where we say, I completely understand why you made an energetic choice. But sometimes this is what we talk about. Empathy is sometimes not a gift because you're like, I understand completely. I'm still not okay with it. Right? I'm still not okay with it. Right? Because I keep on hearing moments of weakness are where we should put our sense of strength, is what I keep on hearing. Right? Moments of weakness are things that we identify upon and we articulate through. We don't act upon. So make sure that you're expressing that make sure that you're expressing your own sense of intention. And I keep on hearing, like, if someone isn't arriving with the same confidence that you are to a situation, I keep on hearing you can articulate your disappointment, but don't I keep on hearing, don't let it move you from your own sense of intention, is what I keep on seeing. Because I see, like, I see a lot of energy around you, um, like operating from a space of fear. And that's what I keep on seeing. Fear is like the space of operating from a sense of fear is absurd, because I keep on seeing that, like, when we operate from a space of fear, like did you hear what I just said? A space, I said a space. I was trying to say a space of fear, but what effectively came out was a space of a spear, which is to say, when you operate from what was coming through is when you operate from fear, you give fear a spear. I think you have to write that down. When you operate from fear, you give the fear a spear, which is the space by which you say, like, here you go, like, here you go, like, here you go, here you go, there you go, like, like, there you go, like, good job. Now you've articulated, like, now you're moving in accordance to it, is what I keep on seeing. Um, Bottom of the deck. It's interesting that I grabbed this one. Yeah, especially with the Four of Wands. You know, like, I see, like, I literally, I feel like there's, like, I feel like there's a little bit of this energy with, like, like, I feel like like, I see you kind of like seeing something in others right now that feels reprehensible. is what I keep on hearing. And I feel like it's interesting because I almost see you looking at something in a wider context, which is the understanding of I keep on seeing the understanding of the difference between someone caring about something and doing something for energetic appearances is what I keep on seeing. And that's I keep on hearing it's like to bear witness to another person, like I keep continuing to bear witness to another to energy showing you the difference between something they care about or something that they were doing for the sake of appearance. I keep on hearing it's mortifying stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Like like it's like that type of energy, right? But that's what we do, right? When we're in the right space, even in the I keep on hearing, and it was interesting too, because it was coming through a lot even before I started today's reading. Um, you know, we work through something like, you know, the words that were coming through are we embody and we bear witness, right? Which is the space by which we see something and we get angry, right? And we get, but in that space of feeling angry, we take that breath, we fortify, and then we allow that space of feeling that frustration to amplify even more why something is so important, or why something is so, like, why something means the thing that it means to us. And I'll put it this way: you can usually tell, and we were talking about this in the Daily Collective, a healthy fear is a fear that you can articulate upon. A healthy anger, and much like a healthy fear, is one that you can articulate upon. It's not one that you look for something to indulge upon something you're doing. It's the ability to recognize and identify what is important and why it is important. So I keep on seeing, like, let that frustration reaffirm your own energetic commitment to what you're doing. Don't let it, like, don't let yourself despair. And I got to tell you right now, if you're frustrated, it's because you are literally like, it's not everyone, because you're feeling that frustration, right? Your evidence that there's something different there, right? You're not the only one. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Trevor. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those that need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers, Binks and Lyo. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. Also, friends, we're at 54.7K likes. When we get to 100K, I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 100K in no time. Horse was close enough. A win is a win. A win is a win. I need that Bulls workout routine. I know. I love the fact too that it's kind of like the bull is like standing backwards, so it's kind of like, it's like, hey, you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's like my favorite. Well, it's always heavy work. I know, Trevor. Damn you, Sin. You always make me emotional. An Italian channel came through once about, oh, La Bamba. But that's La Bamba, like La Bamba, the song. That's Spanish. That's interesting, though. An ancient grandmother type energy. That's what this reminds me of so much. Thank you for confirming. It was always so difficult to let people do stuff when you're used to having to do it yourself. But this is what I see even now, right? When you can't rely on people. But I feel like that's the thing. And I need to point this out too. Like, working through the context of hyper independence right now. I see it. We were literally reading on this in the frequencies, right? Hyper independence is also trauma, because hyper independence is having to heal from the fear of coming out of spaces where it felt like you couldn't rely upon anybody. But that's, and I know how we heal from that. We work on trying to trust, right? We work on, it's slow work, you know? Personal fear isn't the issue, but the fear of other people being unable to come through and perform. And that's, I know. and it's really hard, right? It's like healing wounds of trust is the hardest because often I like to point this out. Feel like wounds of trust are usually created in gross acts of betrayal, but the ability, the way we heal from that is hope, right? And I keep on getting trust is something we build upon. It's never demanded. It's earned via the time, you know? It's so real. Yep, and a lot. I know there's a lot, but here, and that's what I mean. I keep on hearing you energetically know how to tell the difference, you know. And I think that your own ability, like I keep on hearing, if you get frustrated by that, let it just further fortify, helping you in your own sense of proper direction. You know. Thank you again, dear, and sending you so much support on your journey. All right, let's continue right now. Next person on the list for today is Grace. All right, I'm going to take a moment to read over the comments that came through as I was reading. And if anyone wants to get on the list right now, it's a great time to get on the list. You will be the second person read for. Strega, can you not sit there? Really? Okay. Hold on a minute. And Hardy, thank you for those gifts. Okay. And guys, we are at 54.9K likes. When we get to 100K, I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective. All right. And second call right now for Grace. I know that she's in the middle of stuff. So here's the thing. I pick up Strega and I bring her over here. I'm about to pick her up because she shouldn't be sitting there. So actually, give me a minute. I'm going to grab Strega because she shouldn't be sitting there anyway. I want to see the child. Hold on a minute. Strega, don't sit there. You know what? Yeah, I know. Okay. You happy now? I'll pick you up because you're being naughty. She's being a naughty baby. She's being a very naughty baby. You want to say hi to everybody? Look at her face. She's so nonplussed. She's like, leave me alone. The big tummy. All right, you sit on the bed, not on my clothes. All right, where were we? I know her face. She's always like, I am so not amused by this. All right. She is a meatball. She does. I call her a raw chicken. All right. Second call for Grace right now. You see, that's what you get. I'm gonna start doing that every time you're sitting on. Oh no, I'll tell her that. She'll try to get over here all the time. That's all I need her to hear. All right. A second call right now for Grace. Yeah, she really is. She's like, put me down. But she also does, she likes it when I pick her up. She's going to go right to the same place, I bet. All right. I get, maybe I'll post that in the Discord, Chrissy. All right. I want to see the child. Yeah, I know her screech. And she's right back. Oh my God. Let me just give me a minute, guys. Really? Why must you be like this? Yeah, thank you. Okay. It's all right. Yesterday was funny because she was just snoring through the live so much everybody could hear her. She is, I love her. Okay, second call right now for Grace. If anybody else wants to get on the list right now, hi there, Opal Centaur. Beautiful name. Welcome. You're welcome, Mermaid. All right, we are going to continue. If you want to get on the list right now, it's a great time to get on the list. You'll be the next person read for. While we wait for Grace, I am going to start one card readings for subscribers. So if you are a subscriber, she does. She's just like sitting on my clothes. I mean, she does like sitting on my clothes. But the thing is, and those when you have a Sphinx, you understand. There's a lot of oil on a Sphinx's skin. It's not me. Here's the thing about it. It's not me being temperamental about my clothes, but when you have a Sphinx, their skin, it's like there's a lot of oil. All right. Okay, let's get back to it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, she is, Charlie. Yeah, raw chicken. Oh, yes, XX. If you'd like to get on the list right now, you'll be the next person read for. One card for V. Highest priority, please. And guys, just a reminder, if you would like an animal spirit guide card on top of your one card, make sure that you're sending the heart me. One card for V, please. I feel like this is like, make sure that you're prioritizing taking some time to rest for yourself. I keep on hearing rest is not exclusive to work, it's necessary, is what I'm getting. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially in relationality to I keep on hearing like not overly obligating yourself. Or I keep on seeing like working through something in a way, um, like why are you being so hard on yourself? Like, don't be so hard on yourself right now. Don't, I mean, I keep on hearing, I don't want you focusing on um like I want you just being intentional in relationality to what you're trying to focus your energy on. And I keep on hearing if there's a lot coming towards you at once, that's a good thing, right? Don't be, I keep on hearing just be intentional as you navigate that. Don't get stressed out in the wake of it is what I keep on hearing. One card general for Alexandra, please. Yeah, especially with this 10 of cups and its reversal. Um, I feel like it's interesting. It's giving me some kind of like absolutely not type of energy, is what I'm seeing. And I keep on seeing if you're experiencing something that's like disappointing to you instead of devastating, like appreciate how far you've come, is what I keep on seeing. Yeah, especially with the emperor energy, you know? It's funny too because it's giving me a little bit of this energy like I feel like there's something really important about there's something that's about to change for you. What's interesting about it is I almost see like the energy, like there's something about the energy coming back towards you in your dreams. Remember when I said like there was something about the dream space of someone being pulled out of an experience, which is like the wrong answer energy, which is I keep on hearing like it has to do with the observation of identifying the difference. Um, like the difference upon understanding and working through a problem versus declaring our energy. I keep on hearing when there's a problem, we don't try to create a patch by declaring our feelings to make it go away, is what I keep on hearing. I almost see someone being like, this isn't working, and someone being like, I'm ready to tell you how I really feel. And I almost see you saying like that, like that's what I kept on getting from those guides, being like that is not addressing the problem, that's making it more difficult, is what I keep on hearing. The difference when we articulate, when we talk about a problem and then another person instead of resolving it pronounces their feelings, I keep on hearing that compounds the problem, right? It doesn't resolve it. Animal spirit guide, please, for Alexandra. Yeah, right? Like remember when I said it's so interesting because I feel like it almost feels to me, and because also what happens there, I keep on hearing there's something really interesting about this. The understanding that someone who gets used to something like that will literally hold back their feelings because they'll see it as some kind of like, you know, redemptive point. You know what I mean? Like I keep on hearing we're supposed to tell each other how we feel all the time. We don't save, I keep on hearing we don't save how we feel for a special occasion, is what I keep on hearing, which is like we don't save how we feel for a special occasion, meaning, oh, I'm not going to tell them that until I really have done something that requires me to have to repair it, is what I keep on hearing. Ava, you've got two cards coming out right now. And what's interesting is they were stuck to the bottom of the deck. Um, a car on R after our interactions yesterday. I feel like somebody's like shocked, is what I keep on seeing. I feel like you've thrown like I see somebody being like, what? Like completely. I see some. I keep on hearing someone say like absolutely shocked. you know? And I almost, I see somebody like, I just see somebody like totally shocked and surprised how shocked they are and surprised. And again, I like to point this out. If it feels like one's taking us for granted and then something changes and another person's shocked, like I almost see, yeah, it's interesting too, because I was about to say bottom of the deck, but there was no, like the bottom of the deck was sticking on top, which is like, I feel like someone didn't realize how much they were taking you for granted in some way, right? Like it's giving me a little energy to just assume that you and another person would continue upon, like in some way ad infinitum, is what I keep on getting. Um, Animal spirit guide, please. Yeah, salmon. You know what I mean? Like I see some, I feel like there's some kind of situation here. Um, I almost see somebody struggling, like to work through the space. I almost like, I feel like there's a little bit of this energetic space between you and another person where it's like I feel like somebody's fully starting to understand the fact that there's something between you and them. Given the context of even the space of them like not articulating what it is, but I almost feel like that's what I keep on seeing right now about somebody struggling through something because I almost see them saying like I can't struggle upon something because, and that's why like literally like as I was saying that, I need to point this out, as I said that the microphone fell. Like my microphone fell off it's the space it was, which is like because they didn't articulate what you mean to them. I see them now struggling with the fact that it feels like they want to say something but they can't in relationality to an energetic choice that you're making, you know? I see someone like struggling to energetically try to identify how to like connect with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or what that means towards a connection. 1 minute. I know. Did you see all those sword cards? That was a lot of sword cards, V. Yes, you need to make sure that you're prioritizing rest right now too. All right, hold on a minute. Pops, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. Is that a question you could ask your higher self versus yourself now? The 5 minute question. I mean, I think that you certainly could, but I think that the thing you have to understand, the thing you have to understand the context of asking your higher self is like the higher self is potentially or perpetually like working upon like what that could like what that is or how that, like I like to point this out, it's the ability to feel the sense of energetic completeness, as it were, right? Like working into that context. So it's definitely a question that you can posit towards the higher self. But I need to say, like that type of question might confuse you with the energetic answer that you receive if it feels like it's different from where you are presently. Ella, and one card, please, on expectations of possible new boss. Okay. I mean, it says, I think it's easier. I think it's funny that you stress the fact that it says it seems simple now, but it almost feels to me, I feel like the difficulty point is someone who changes things quickly, like who makes a lot of last minute changes to things, is what I keep on seeing. Like making sure that someone gives enough time to coordinate something versus doing things last minute is what I keep on getting. Yeah, especially I feel like especially with the 5 of Pentacles, I keep on hearing if there's like a difficulty point in terms of like seems simple enough. Like I keep on hearing giving someone enough lead time to be able to be successful in something. So make sure you're saying to someone like, yeah, I can do all of those things so long as I have this much time to do them. Like almost articulating upon the fact that you like you like I would say like make sure you're talking to someone about schedules and calendars or helping another person keep a calendar in relationality to having full success on a project is what I keep on getting. Oh boy, I know. You're welcome, V. Highest priority right now for Oracle Erica, please. I feel like you and another person are going a little stir crazy. I keep on hearing like a change of scenery um, can often inspire new conversations, is what I keep on hearing. You know what I mean? Like that's what I keep on getting in relationality to potentially like prioritizing making dates or going somewhere together, because I feel like there's something about um, going somewhere new that almost I keep on hearing going somewhere new often creates more glue between us, because um it's the ability to like give ourselves, I keep on hearing getting like not getting energetically distracted with things that feel like they're constantly demanding our time, is what I keep on seeing. Bottom of the deck, especially with the Justice card, right? And again, if you and another person feel like you don't have that type of time, that's usually that's why it's usually necessary, right? Like when you can't make the time, that's when you can't find the time, that's when you need to make the time, is what I keep on hearing. I just keep on hearing if you can't find the time, you need to make the time, because the time is never found, it's only made. Animal spirit guide, please, for Oracle Erica. Yeah, especially with the blackbird, right? I keep on hearing it's nice. Like it's nice to I keep wondering, it's nice to, I almost see you like going through the difference between another person being like, we could do something at home versus you saying to another person, it's not about like, no, because when we do something at home, we're energetically distracted when we do it. When we step out of our comfort zone, it allows us to focus on each other more, is what I keep on hearing. Yep, you can absolutely have your reading right now, Grace. NBC, thank you for the heart knees. Thank you so much for the confirmation on how I've been feeling. I feel like trust has been fractured. Well, and that's again, I keep on hearing declarations are not restorations. If there's an energetic problem, declaring upon something does not restore it, especially if someone was withholding the declaration. No, no problem, Grace. Yep, one moment. Yeah, the strength of their emotions once upon a time would have made me happy. I mean, here's the thing about it. I feel like it's not a question of their emotions, but I almost see somebody, I keep on hearing like the message that was coming through on that, Alexandra, is we don't save our emotions for a special occasion, right? We don't hold on to our emotions and say, I'm not going to tell them I might need this to repair something at some point. Like that's not, I keep on hearing that's not how emotions work. All right. One moment. Yep, no problem, Fig. Good to see you today. Got you, Fig. One card from Higher Self. And Grace, just let me know what you'd like to, what that question is. You're doing great. I know you're worried, but I see the energy saying, like, if you're doing what you have to do, then you're doing like you and I are synchronized, is what I keep on hearing. Like never are we more synchronized than when you're doing what needs to be done. Yeah, right. Like I keep on seeing like the ability, like, and I keep on hearing you worrying about doing something better is why you do something perfectly. Like that worry is not problematic. It's why you're able to do something so wonderfully, because you're always putting that care of intention towards it. Animal spirit guide. I feel like they're saying just don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, the fox energy, right? I feel like your ability to anticipate problems before they start is a blessing and a curse, is what I keep on hearing. Right? It's heavy, but it also helps you, because I can almost see you like, being able to recognize hurdles before you find them. So just continue to do that work, right? BC, one card, please. Message from Spirit. Channel it into your work right now. Channel it into your work is what I'm getting. Animal spirit, I know. I keep on hearing like, even in the space of communicating upon frustrations, I don't know why I keep on hearing this. There's something I keep on hearing from your guides that says in fiction truth. I'm not sure why that's coming through, but that was coming through really strongly. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, especially with the otter energy, right? Like I almost feel like there's something important in relationality to like articulating upon something. Um, like I keep on feeling like it's like there's something that you're going through right now that it's like um being able to like articulate upon something in a way, but I keep on seeing like your own ability to bring some kind of pragmatism to a situation is what I keep on hearing. Like when I keep on hearing like like when things feel tragic, get pragmatic is what I keep on getting. I've heard he ends up I heard he ends up being quite demanding. But that's what I meant in terms of someone being like that's what I mean in terms of someone being like, I just need these simple things being like, and I feel like you can say I can do anything on the right timeline is what you need to say to someone. Like I can do anything so long as I have enough time to do it appropriately. Yeah, I got you, Ella. Can I get animal spirit for Ella, please? Yeah, like so again, I feel like this is a good opportunity to educate someone in terms of your own processes. In terms of not saying to someone and saying like not saying whatever you need, you saying this is how I work is what I keep on hearing. Okay? Oh, you had dinner on a lake yesterday. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Oracle Erica. I got you. Hold on a minute for Nikki. Highest Priory. Can I get one card for Nikki, please? I feel like it's funny too because you use the word priory. I feel like love is in the air around you right now. But I think that there's something I feel like there's something really beautiful that's happening right now as it relates to like this the space of something happening that's helping you like restore your own energetic faith in love is what I keep on seeing. I keep on identifying that there's something I almost see you like navigating a circumstance or situation, and like I almost see you like having those conversations or feeling a little bit of this like this space of appreciation like as it relates to like partnership. Yeah, especially with temperance energy. I feel like in the past there was something about like I almost feel like this is you healing some kind of cynicism in relation to love, right? Like working through something, like even going through something that you almost like I almost feel like you can experience a situation where a past version of you would have been upset or disappointed to see something, but I almost see you kind of like working through something to a certain extent and appreciating how far you've healed because I keep on hearing almost like something that would have triggered you. Um, like now I keep on hearing now like I almost see like you almost like over brimming with positivity upon animal spirit guide. Yeah, the sow energy, you know? I feel like there's something about this here in terms of identifying and recognizing um I feel like I keep on hearing the message that comes through right now. I keep on hearing the guides are saying now you are the mature one is what I keep on hearing, which is like working through the capacity of understanding like the force of intention that it takes to be able to I keep on hearing to be able to to heal something, but also I keep on hearing like not putting up with another person's silliness is what I keep on hearing, right? You're so welcome, Grace. Chrissy, one card from higher self. Ooh, I like it. On what they would do with their 5 minutes. We got two cards. It's the same message. They would keep doing what they're doing. Right? Like that's what the energetic higher self says. The higher self says, I would just keep on doing what I'm doing at this moment. Right? It's when I like to point that out. The reason that that's so powerful is because when we find our energetic sense of purpose, it's not one that's energetically conditional in terms of what we find around the self. It's I keep on saying like the energy that feels a lot of that certainty in terms of being in a space that, like what would like, come what may, they feel energetically confident and comfortable with where they are and what they're doing. It's beautiful that these two cards came out. I'm also not surprised. Like that's very bottom of the deck. Yeah. And I keep on seeing it's not the fact that everything is energetically resolved, but the feeling that one has done everything one can in the space of trying to energetically resolve something, you know? It's working towards what's good, even if it's not energetically perfect. Animal spirit guide, please. Yeah, especially with the bull card, right? Like it's working. Like when we work towards putting our energetic force towards something, it's the space by which it's I keep wondering, it's not the fact that something is energetically unfinished, but the condition by which we arrive that allows us to feel the context of having moving things in the vibration as much as we can with the force of our energetic intention. So feeling a lot of I keep on seeing like it's like and I feel like it's almost like that reminder. It says to me, it's like a reminder on not procrastinating upon the things we energetically care about as it relates to putting our force of compassion towards them. Nice. Wow. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Fig. Yep. Hold on a minute. And thank you, Ella. I've been focusing on anything but work today. That's my sign to stop procrastinating. No problem, BC. You're welcome, Nikki. Some things that used to trigger, but that's what I keep on seeing. Like I almost see a situation where I almost feel like I keep on hearing you looking at something and being like, I almost feel like you seeing a past version of you and being like experiencing something that would have like visibly pained a past version of you. But almost like now, like I see the fact that something you're seeing like makes you rejoice is to show you how far you've come in some fashion. Have a great day as well, V. You're welcome, Chrissy. All right, Grace, I'm looking for your question, dear. And while we wait for Grace's question, let's do another intuition check. If anybody else would like to get on the list for today, the list is open. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers, Binks in my Lio. Please keep in mind, there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I've got the animal spirit guide card here. I'm going to count back from 10. When I get to 1, I will reveal the card. Oh, thank you for letting me know. I apologize if I missed it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the adder. Thank you so much. We'll do that again after the next reading. All right. Where were we? Okay. I love it. Let's continue. The ancestral angelic trapper keeper. Oh my God, I love that. The ancestral angelic trapper keeper. I am living for that right now. I'm just going to go back a minute to see what else I can find in terms of your question. Okay. That's so funny. I still don't see your question coming up. Oh, here it is. Wait. Back. Is there time for reading today? Here now. Phone kept ringing. Oh, that's funny. I don't see the question. Yeah. Oh, I see it there. Let's continue down the ancestral angelic path. Got you. Okay. And oop, hold on a minute. Same message. Yep. Got it. 1 second. I'm pinning up Grace here. Let's give Grace some love. Can I get 4 cards, please? Oh, there we go. I am sorry. I need to show you guys. I cannot make this up. Okay, so if you guys remember, just to give you guys an update for those who weren't here yesterday. So yesterday, Grace asked, Grace made the joke of saying like ancestors versus angels. And what was funny, because when I drew upon the ancestral energy, I had 3 cards come out instead of the 2 that were supposed to come out. And today I went to do the same reading, and guess what accidentally has 3, like what we have 3 cards coming out. Now the angelic energy. It all comes out in the wash. This is just to show you it all comes out in the wash. Got time on our side. Angels. Yes, that's okay. We've got time. Got time. I'm just like, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, that is too wild. And one of them's transverse, which is interesting. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. um, here's the thing about it though, so like I like to point out, yeah, you can hear Strega like just, and I think it's interesting too, because like even with Strega like snoring her little head off. Um, you know, I think that there's something really, and it's interesting too, because you'll recall that in yesterday's reading, we kind of left off with some of that pioneer energy that you spoke upon on like in relationality to past life, right? You identified the fact that you feel a really strong energetic connection to pioneer energy. Do you know how crazy they used to think pioneers were, right? Like pioneers were like, I'm going on an adventure, and everyone else around them was like, I'm never going to see you again. That's all she wrote. It's what I keep on getting. Like pioneers, like what is the song that pioneers heard? Don't, don't, right? Because you have to understand that like pioneers go where no one has dared to go before. That's literally pioneer energy. It's like, I'm getting on a spaceship. You're getting on a spaceship. And so I'm being like, you're being an energetic lunatic. Like I see the energy being like, you're nuts. You know what I mean? Like that's what it was like for the pioneers. We know the story now. We're like, oh, look at the pioneers, right? Right? Dysentery. like, like it's easy, like the space to articulate. Everybody, I keep on hearing, everybody says that they would be a pioneer. No, they wouldn't, right? Because if you say that you're like, oh, I would love to be a pioneer, it's like, well, you better have a healthy relationship to your fear, is what I keep on getting. Like, if you actually want to be a pioneer, you can't let the fear energetically stop you from what could be like what beyond possibility. Like that is the literally pioneer energy. It's looking at all of the reasonable fears and saying, I choose the unknown. I choose the unknown. Here's the law. Here's the laundry list of don't, right? Here's the laundry list of reasons not to. And the pioneers like, and then they did it anyway. And then they did it. Here are all the fears. And then they did it anyway. Ta-da! And so I feel like there's something about that energy now. And I would not be surprised if you're feeling that to a certain extent, right? Because especially in relationality to like I feel like the space by which I feel like you say, like I keep on seeing if you're like working through some kind of context where you're feeling a little bit of that like that anxiety or that worry, like I almost see the space of understanding that this is what we mean when we talk about an energetic shift, right? It's a mindset shift. Like it's a mindset shift, and I feel like that's what I meant about some of that feeling you're like having, because I almost see the space by which, like, I keep on hearing some things we never know if we don't try, is what I keep on hearing. I keep on hearing the words, I'll never know if I don't try, which is almost the space, and I like this. It's the space by which we can predicate upon our failure, right? We can know what we'll do if something doesn't work, but we'll never know if we don't try, which is the space by which we're able to. That's how, like, this is how we fortify. I'll never know if we don't try, by saying, this is what I'll do if it doesn't work, right? So making sure that you have that energetic safety net intact is what I keep on hearing, right? Like that, let that act as your energetic assurance if you're moving towards something with a sense of uncertainty. In relationality to, um, and that's what I think is really interesting, because I keep on hearing if you're forging that gap, right? Never are you more like your ancestral energy, because that is the same vibration by which I keep on hearing they arrive to some circumstances or situations. Um, while the angelic energy, I feel like the angelic energy is there to support you on things that are outside of your control. It's interesting too because it's very similar to the energy, the reading that I gave Trevor recently, which is like when we're worried about things, when we're worried about things that are energetically beyond our control, like I almost see the guide saying, like the angelic guide saying, let us handle that, right? Like let us work, like let us handle that, is what I keep on seeing. And I think that it's interesting too, because I almost like it's so wild. I see some kind of I feel like I almost feel like I keep on hearing the word intervention, is what I keep on hearing. And I think it's also very interesting too, because I keep on seeing that I keep on hearing like the message I'm getting is, as long as you are like as long as you're making the choices that you're prioritizing, like care of the self, is what I keep on seeing. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like it's a continuation. That's why that like history, if you will, came through so strongly in our last reading, right? The space by which we articulated or defined, you having to go through an experience where you knew you were being energetically logical. But I almost feel like someone Like someone was more inclined to make you feel like that you were crazy than to admit to hurting you, right? I keep on seeing, make sure that you're prioritizing the care of the self as it relates to the energetic relationship that feels like it is supportive to your well-being, is what I keep on seeing, right? It's giving me a lot of help, like help, help me help you kind of energy, which is the space by which when another person, um, like I keep on hearing, when another person starts making you question yourself, if you're being energetically logical, I keep on hearing observe, don't absorb. Because I keep on hearing when someone is hurting you and you try to articulate, I keep on hearing when the proper answer for a sane person, when you articulate, you are hurting me, is them responding and saying, what can I do to stop doing that? Is all I keep on hearing. The reasonable answer when another person says, you are hurting me, is to say, I am sorry. What can I be doing differently that would not cause pain? Not, you're making it up. That's not what's happening. I keep on hearing we don't negate the experience of another's pain, but we do that if we're energetically abusive, right? And I keep on hearing the song you will hear when someone is hurting you is you're making problems where problems don't exist. Why are you making things up? So I keep on hearing, make allow that context to reaffirm that you're not going to have to go through experiences like that because you're going to see them before they happen, right? Like being able to predicate and notice the direction of something going in that direction. I feel like you started to heal in profound ways when you started trusting yourself instead of believing another person in relationality to what you felt you knew in your heart was not best for you, but they were trying to convince you that they knew best. Um, and I feel like you were being able to. I keep on hearing let your words create tell you everything that you need to know, because I keep on hearing like the more you're able to heal from the falsehood of rejection, like the more like I keep on hearing rejection, I keep on hearing from their angelic guides, rejection is protection, right? When another person, and that includes when we talk about the fact that we're feeling energetically hurt. Nobody gets to tell us when we're not hurt about things. Now it's okay. I keep on hearing if we're being over if we are, and I keep on hearing if we're being sensitive upon something that is not logical, then another person can say it's not logical, the fact that you're experiencing pain upon something, right? Like that is the space by which we're able to define upon it. But no, I keep on hearing the ability for another person to articulate upon something and say, this is how I experience on something. And another person says, no, you're not. Don't let someone negate the experience that you're having in relationality to a circumstance or situation, right? That's, I keep on hearing that is not their, nobody has that right. And I feel like your own ability of recognizing and identifying that, like I keep on hearing the guides saying like, we'll take care of the rest, right? Don't stress about the rest. As long as you're making those choices, I almost have your guide saying, we'll handle the rest of it, is what I keep on seeing. Thank you. Bottom of the deck on this reading. Yeah, particularly in relationality to the death card and its reversal. I just keep on seeing like, I feel like there's something, energetically integral here in relationality to, I keep on saying like in relationality to like working through something in the space of healthy fear. And like one of the things I'm identifying in relationality to this is um, I keep on hearing, don't let the past ruin the present, is what I keep on observing, right? Like the context by which you're able to recognize or navigate something and being able to recognize what feels like it's energetically productive. I feel like, I almost see you kind of working through that process of like old doubts or old fears coming to the surface. But I keep on seeing that it's interesting because and it's I wasn't sure if this was your reading, but they're calling me to return back to something that I said in the other days in a reading yesterday. I don't think it was for you, but they're actually they want me to remind it towards it, which is the space of identifying and saying you're better than your worst thought, which is the context by which we understand and identify that just because we can think upon something, we move through it by saying like the identification point in allowing it to fortify our own intention is one that I see that you're also healing from because you're not letting yourself kind of get too caught in it. Like I want you to kind of focus on that as well. I'm better than my worst thought, which is the space by which even if we're working through something that's difficult, we arrive to it and we're able to make it better in the context of both thinking about it but also in the context of experiencing or working through something is what I keep on seeing. Thank you. And I feel like that's the thing. Like it's giving me a lot of that sense that all will be well because you'll make it well, because I keep on hearing, you'll know the proper direction by which to navigate a difficult situation. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Grace. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those that need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list, it's a perfect time to get on the list. You'll be the next person read for. It's 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers, being Samailio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. We're also doing a giveaway when we get to 100K. I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective, so make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 100K in no time. And I'm just going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was giving that reading. Hardy, thank you for those gifts, dear. Where's Haley to say snick? I know, I love it when they say that. I bought one. Persistence does not pay off. Childhood. It's the same message. Yep, just angelic ancestor. Yeah, it's Straga's snoring. Balance restored. Exactly. Part 2. Stay tuned, y'all, as Strega snores. Yes, I had visions of that pioneer land. I'm in Canada, y'all. Hello. Oh, welcome. Excellent, Nikki. Dysentery. That may be me closing down my side gig for fear of being seen. Not sure. And that may be for a private read. Oh, whenever you want, dear, I'm happy to do, we can do that read. You just let me know. Multiple people would never admit that they hurt me. No, energy that hurts you never will admit that they did. That's literally the context of showing the fact that they haven't progressed is what I keep on seeing. That's what I worked hard to do, observe rather than allow the empathetic trigger. I often get that dread feeling ahead of time. Or getting upset at you for expressing your pain. Absolutely. 3. Yep. Old wounds and scabs healing over to heal youth to wisdom. Others deflecting their mistakes and linking it to my pain has allowed me to see what to heal. And I keep on hearing recognizing and progressing at a pace that feels energetically comfortable for you, right? Like what feels tangible, what feels practical, what feels sustainable. I feel like this is you like finding your energetic groove, like figuring out what works for you, right? So I keep on seeing, remember, I keep on hearing, as long as you're trying to find your groove, they're going to be there to help you every step of the way. But I keep on hearing, don't let someone negate that you have one, is what I keep on hearing. You got it, Bridget. Happy to give you those 2 cards. Oh dear, absolutely. 2 cards for Bridget, please. I mean, this is saying to me, like, I mean, the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles in its reverse here. I feel like I've got like this deep sense of energetic peacefulness around someone, you know? Like I see somebody, like when I say, like I know, like when I say, um, did they know something was going to happen here? I feel like I see somebody in like a deep, like I'm almost like this feels like someone in some kind of deep sense of peace about something, is what I keep on hearing. You know? Like there's no, I don't feel like there's an energetic surprise point on something. You know, like it's interesting because I mean it feels like I feel somebody, like it feels fast, but it also feels like you know, energetically like, you know what I mean? Like energetically prepared for something in a way is what I keep on seeing, you know? Um Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the King of Cups in its reversal. Um, I feel like I see a lot of their concern directed towards another person, is what I keep on hearing. I keep on hearing someone saying, take care of them, is what I keep on hearing, you know? Like that, even like I see somebody like really, really focused energetically on on one person, and like even now like their concerns being related to that individual is what I keep on seeing. So I feel like, you know, I think that like I keep on hearing someone say I'm okay but but check, I keep on hearing I'm okay but check on them, is what I keep on hearing. Like I'm okay but check on them. I'm not sure who that them is, but I just keep on seeing that like there a lot of that was them putting a lot of like care or concern towards someone. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Bridget, and sending you so much support on that journey. All right, friends, final call right now. If there's anyone else who would like to get on the list today for a full reading, or who would like a one card, if you are a subscriber, go ahead and put your questions in the comments. Or if you want to hit that subscribe button, you can subscribe and you'll be eligible for a card. Also, anybody who is a member over on the place where we keep the videos, you are also eligible for a card right now as well. Hold on a minute, just reading over. Absolutely, dear. Sending you so much. Yes, happened fast. I think she knew before she told us. Yes, definitely felt lost without her. Sending you so much support, dear. All right, my friends, we have reached the conclusion of the reads for today. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and receiving these messages. We will be back on tomorrow at 8 a.m. PST, 11 a.m. Eastern. If you would like to be notified as to when I've gone live, you can head over to my profile. There is a bell there. Activating the bell will turn on notifications. You can also register directly for the event tomorrow by signing up for and registering for the event, because sometimes the app doesn't push out when I'm live. If you became a subscriber today, welcome. I would encourage you to head over to our subscriber only Discord channel and introduce yourself to the collective. You will also find there a special coupon code that will give you a discount to our tarot class subscription program. Our next class will be held on Wednesday, September 17th at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be continuing our studies on the tarot with a focus on the star card. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing in these messages. Huge thank you to my followers, old and new. Thank you for being here today and receiving these messages. Huge thank you to my subscribers. Your ongoing support means the absolute world to me. And the biggest thank you to my mods. Thank you, K. Megan, for all of your help today. I hope you guys have an absolutely beautiful day. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of one another. And we'll do this again tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.